Hari Om. Today, what I'm going to talk about is stress management and yoga. As we all know, that stress management is a huge part of our life today because of whatever reasons, because of changed lifestyle, working hours in a day. Of course, after COVID, lot of things has been stressful. Working from home has been stressful. Lot of dietary changes. For so many different things, stress is a part of our life, and we have to just accept that it is going to be part of our life. So let's learn how to manage stress. Before actually managing stress, I would like to talk about what is stress. What does it mean by stress? So this stress concept revolves around homeostasis concept. What does it mean? It basically means a state of steady internal physical and chemical conditions maintained by a living system. For example, body temperature. Okay, so to survive in a normal condition, our body temperature should be in certain ranges. That, and there are a lot of other parameters. So what is stress? Stress is draw tight. Okay, that is one concept. The other concept is non-specific response of the body in certain situation to certain situation. Since it is non-specific response, every individual will respond separately in separate conditions. So for somebody, giving an examination could be very stressful, and typically, actually, particularly for stress, there are two types. So these days when we talk about stress, all of us are talking about negative stress. Okay, so by definition there are two types of stress. One is eustress and the other is called distress. So eustress is actually a positive stress. So it is needed for you to get motivated to make some efforts. It actually feels good, okay, and it is under our control. But when we talk about distress, it means that there are not very good effects on us, and it could be long term impact also. It has an effect on our physical parameters, at the same time our psychological, and which draws our energy is distress. So these days typically when we actually talk about stress, most of the time we mean distress. Now let's see what are the four different stages of the stress. Okay, so when there is a lot of stress, the first step is psychic phase, which means we experience psychological changes leading to alteration in our behavior as irritability or getting angry or sleeplessness, restlessness. This is the first stage, which is also called as a psychic phase. The second step of stress, when stress continues, then it becomes psychosomatic phase. Now, along with psychological impact, it also has a physical body impact. So your heart rate may go up, your BP may shoot up, or you may feel shortness of your breath. So these are physical symptoms. This is called psychosomatic phase, which means it has a psychological impact, at the same time it has physical impact on your body. The third stage is called somatic phase. Now in this case what happens, as per your condition, the stress actually settles in one of your organ. Okay, if you have been under stress for a very long time, and sympathetic system, if it is related to sympathetic system, then you may feel like heart trouble or asthma, typical example of parasympathetic system. Till this third stage, all these are irreversible. Okay, all these are reversible. The fourth stage of stress is purely organic phase. What does it mean? The stress actually settles down completely and converts into a physical disease. You don't show any psychological symptom, and patient comes with a purely physical disorder or disease. And this is the last stage of the stress, where it is very difficult to backtrack what is the root cause. So first three stages, till that it is very much manageable or reversible, but once you go to the fourth, you will have to actually take some treatment. So these are four stages I have explained about stress. The first one is psychic phase, the second one is psychosomatic phase, the third one is somatic phase, and the fourth and the last is organic phase. Now, what do we do about this when we are understanding all these four phases? We have to actually observe ourselves and understand if there are any changes and be aware of it simply. Okay, so how to identify the stress? At a physical level, difficulty in breathing, palpitation, drained out feeling, or muscle tension, body ache, headache, anything, or difficulty in sleeping. At mood related, it increased irritability, loss of motivation. It could be difficulty in concentration, restlessness, or obsessive thinking. These could be some of the symptoms that you can observe and understand that you are stressed. Now, how does yoga work on stress? So the basic concept of yoga, how it is explained, is basically it is going from gross to subtle level. So how does yoga work? There are 5 different levels in our body. Okay, so Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. So Annamaya is physical body. Okay, so tangible and visible. What yoga describes to address Annamaya kosha is physical posture, that is asana. Pranamaya kosha, prana is energy or life force within our body. Practice of pranayam, pranayam is control on your breath or regularizing breath, I would say. Manomaya, thoughts, emotions, feelings. And for this particular kosha, what practices you can do is yama, niyama, and karma yoga. Yama is social discipline, niyama is self-discipline, and karma yoga is doing whatever you are expected to do. So basically doing your duty honestly, with dedication is something called karma yoga. With Vijnanamaya kosha, now Vijnanamaya kosha is sense of I, or it has a discrimination power to understand what is right and what is wrong. So studying scriptures, Jnana yoga, or meditation is something, these are yoga practices actually addressed Vijnanamaya kosha. And Anandamaya kosha is basically self-realization. So these are 5 different koshas. That is the basic theory of yoga. And when you follow yoga, actually it helps to reduce down the stress, because even if you do physical postures, it relaxes your muscles. Obviously body and mind are connected. Due to pranayam, due to meditation, it calms down your mind, it reduces the number of thoughts, it also increases the quality of thoughts, it pushes you towards positive thinking, and automatically as a result, it reduces down stress in your body and at a mental level. So this way, stress management can be tackled with yoga, and that's why I think yoga is recommended, one of the most recommended thing to actually manage your stress. So this was at a high level where I wanted to explain stress management and yoga. And in upcoming sessions also I will be um, talking about or demonstrating some of the stress releasing postures that you can do easily in your day routine. Thank you. Hari Om.